Good morning, everyone. I hope you are feeling well and smelling well on this fine Friday morning. I know I am. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Heather Lynn with Heather Lynn Coaching. I am a spiritual life coach and I am on a life's mission to help individuals heal themselves with daily techniques, with 3 breathwork techniques, a 2-minute Qi Gong practice, and an amazing daily oracle for those who need the insight. I know every day the oracle hits me home every day. So today we're going to go ahead and dig right in. We're going to basically stick to the regular format. We're going to do the oracle, set our intention, and do our breath work, which I'm really excited about today. And we are going to do our 2-minute Qigong. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So let's see what the oracle has to say. I have a lot to do. I'm getting ready to go here in a little bit to take my nephew to the dentist in Columbus. Yes. And then I have to work for a little bit. I have a couple hours of work and school to do. And then I'm going to go to a free concert tomorrow night at Freeze Pavilion, I believe. So it's like $5. I don't know. Something cool, outdoorsy, summerish. Just absorbing all of the essence of music and community and just enjoying life. And guys, I'm drinking some tea, and I put lavender from the lavender farm, and I don't know if I'm allergic or not, but I keep because it's like making my throat feel funny. I've drank it before, so it didn't do anything. So I'm going to continue to drink it because it tastes amazing. But it basically kind of numbs your throat. As you know, lavender is just the scent that is designed to help relax. And I think that's what's going on, is my throat is relaxing. So let's get into it. Our card is number 34, which 3 plus 4 is 7. So numerology number, angel number 7, and angel number 34. Look those up for specific guidance for those who need it. Angel numbers have been a blessing in disguise for me. I know a lot of times when I'm in the process, I'm just thinking about something and I'm like, oh, I just noticed a number, and I look it up. Never has it failed me with a beautiful message. So number 34, in the world, not of the world. And this beautiful card right here, there we go. Gosh, trying to focus that in the right way, knowing exactly where the camera's at. It's kind of hard. And look at that goddess. And I'm just going to explain what I see. I see fish and water, which usually represents water sign Pisces. Very elegant, beautiful woman. Basically balancing herself with the water and her, divine essence. We're going to see what this has to say. So we're going to see how close I am to see what it has to say about water signs and Pisces and divine feminine. Ooh. It is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you. Just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security having, locking away, holding and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What it would feel like as though you were on a holiday every day. Perhaps there would be a softening in your way with life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is an advanced stage of your spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within its sufficiency enough to surrender our defenses layer by layer and nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Something we need sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideal about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to, to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide being organized, perfect, and control, or financially secure and stable. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You are born to live with a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. Deep. If you have drawn this oracle, faith in process, this is a particularly strong message for you. The message is that you are shedding. It might be an identity, it might be a status symbol, such as a car, home, or suburb, and it could even be a socially admired relationship. You are shedding because no matter what the appearances of things, those old forms were too constricting to you. It is almost like your spirit was trying to walk about in shoes several sizes too small. They were starting to pinch. The seams were ripping, and eventually they would fall apart completely. Likewise, you are being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it is your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit of life that has brought the situation about. So, you are being guided to trust. If you have also drawn this oracle of trust to yourself, then you are not only being guided to rely on life, but also your own inner knowings, because at some level, you get it. You understand and know that this all freeing you. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. And I love that. We're going to do the healing process at the end of class today. Boom. Yes, we are. Ooh, so let me spend 3 minutes on this and let me set my watch so that I keep it limited, and then we're going to get started with our practice. 3 minutes. And we go. You guys know that when I read for myself and usually for the collective. Why? Because basically what the collective is experiencing on the outer world, I am on a mission to help heal. So with that said, I myself have gone through an identity shift, and I have literally downsized and minimalized my life so that I could genuinely live as free and minimally as possible. Because in the past, when I owned my multi-million dollar business, that the weight wasn't worth the energy that I was utilizing as an exchange, because basically money is an energy exchange. Okay. So basically, I was tied to money because I felt that money meant success and wealth. And at my highest, income wise, which I'm a firm believer, I'm going to exceed that income status because I know myself as an entrepreneur. And, there's a lot of great things that I have in mind that I'm just really trying to find the time and trying to put actually the pieces of my wellness center together at a foundational level, which I didn't have to with my Allstate insurance agency. So it's a whole different process. So as I'm going to school, I'm building a massive, badass business plan so that I fully understand what I need: time, energy, effort, what I need to basically make me whole and sustainable. And guys, I was sustaining that job and that stress level for a long time because I felt called to do that because after high school my family was poor, and I was like, I don't want to live like that. And I never have ever again. And even though I've had to humble myself and maybe not go do all the things that I used to be able to do, I look back and I acknowledge that that no longer serves me. I was traveling so much to where I was almost traveling every other week with my business because of trip recognitions and stuff like that. But I have struggled with identity of what an entrepreneur and wealth and energy. I've had to shed an old identity because the way I perceive things when I owned that business was more about money and it wasn't about leading from my heart. So, with that said, let's get started. So, for the three breaths we're going to do today, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to shift my legs real quick, guys. I went getting ready to go to yoga, and sometimes when I sit like that, I'm going to be honest, I store a lot of stress in my hips. Guys, Truth Bomb by Heather, that's where I store all my trauma. In fact, my when I went and um, had some work done, some light work done through Laura at Dayton Yurt, she, intuitively knew that I was storing trauma in my hips and actually was able to identify. We've come to the realization that it was trauma stored from me being a kid and just the environment that my parents lived. Um, it just wasn't safe as far as whether they were coming or going. Were they staying together? Were they not? So it created an abandonment issue. And, as kids, your parents may never fight, but if one of them leaves and separates when you're, 3 and 4, and then again at 5 and 6, and then they finally do separate, that is traumatic. And again, I try to remind myself the way we carry things and why we carry things and to the extent we carry things, or, you know, comparing hurt to other people's hurts is just something that I've realized you can't do. because everyone grieves differently and everyone is on a different journey of what they are to experience. Okay. So you might be on a journey to help you overcome jealousy or addiction. These are shame, guilt. These are low, dense vibrational energies that deplete your auric field. And, I want to be magnetized and electric and magnetic. And I don't want to have to wear different masks. If I don't want to wear makeup every day, I don't want to have to. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't really care, and I always have been that way. And when I want to dress up and look cute and hot, I do exactly that. I love to dress up too. So, I allow myself this space now. When I was an agency owner, I did not. I didn't know who I was getting onto our practice. So, we're going to be doing the breath of life, the breath of fire, and a modified version of the breath of joy today. Yes. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and swap my legs out so I can stretch the other side, because this is always good to release my hips, because this is where your root chakra, it basically helps get this area just nice and start stirring the pot. Other way. Get some of that stagnation out. Yep. There we go. We'll go back to the other side, guys. Come on, do it again. Here we go. And we stir the pot so that we can basically stir any stagnation in there. Now, if you hear things grinding, that, my friends, is stored energy that you are stirring up and releasing. Did you know that? Fun fact. All right, so let's go ahead with the breath of life. We're going to go ahead and repeat these 2 times because I'm going to keep my mouth sealed or get through these practices. And we're going to move through it kind of quick. That way you guys can see what it's like if you guys would join me on a online class that I'm going to start hosting, or if you wanted to facilitate a one-on-one practice that fits your individual needs. I am working on a prenatal yoga routine. So all my female friends that are pregnant out there, let me know, because I need to this week create a yoga flow that's designed for you guys. I'll put more specifics out once I get to that particular lesson. But I have like 4 of them that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do 1 each day. Then I moved to the prenatal. I'm really excited because I'm in the last stages of my certification. I passed my test, and then I had to wait to start teaching. I have to teach, I have to have so many credit hours before they're gonna, give me the exact certification. And I'm super excited though, because I'm working on my Ayurvedic certification, which goes hand in hand with yoga, which means I can start teaching you about, food and, how we can make that connection with your body and things that can help you balance, balance your energy. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's breathe in for 4 counts, and then our purse our lips and spit out. And we're going to repeat this 5 times. And let's go ahead and we're going to make a winking mudra, basically like this. Okay. So we're just going to hold. I'm going to get a little closer. Okay. Looks like it's a little smiley face. Okay. So breathing in You don't have to do the mudra if you don't want to. Breathing in. Go ahead and release your mudra and take your hands down to your knees. Go ahead and resume normal breaths. We're going to just resume normal breaths for 2 counts before we move into our lion's breath, which is basically we're going to breathe in and then you're going to basically let that but don't bend down like that. But that's basically how you feel, like you get that release, like okay, so here we go. Breathing in. 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 Get it loud. Just however you want to express it. I'm just being vocal. I'm just getting it my little divine light self. One more. All right. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to move back to the back of the room once we facilitate this next one. So stay for our breath of joy. Oh my gosh, I forget which one. Breath of joy. What we're going to do is we're going to add some arm work. So, and allow the abundance to come in. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start with our hands up. And then we're going to bring out and out. And then we're going to bring back in and bring back up. And then we're going to, like we do. Okay? Because basically the breath of joy is like, when we stand up. So I'll repeat it one more time. So we're going to start with the hands up. We're going to bring them down to center. Out. Back in. Up. Out and down. All right. So I will guide you guys. All right. So you want more joy in your life? Do this breath work. I promise you. It's called the breath of joy for a reason. You know, the arm work is basically helping us work on our heart space. Think about it. Where is our heart at in your body? What muscles are you using? And I'm going to scoot up as much as I can so that way you guys can see me. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and breathe in. And breathe. You know, as we breathe in, we're going to bring our hands up. And we're going to breathe out. Bring it down to center. Breathe in, out. Breathe out, back in. Up. Exhale out really hard. Back up. Down. Out. In. Up. Up. Down. Out. In. Up. Down. One breath per. Up. Out. Out. In. Up. Down. Up. Last one. Down. Out. In. Up. Yes. I want to do another one. So up. Down. Out. In. Up. All right. So let's go ahead and get our other set of breath work done, and then we're going to keep cooking so we get along with our Qi Gong. We're going to get right done at time, 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day with Heather Lynn. Hey. And guys, it is very beneficial for you guys to stay to the end because, you know, during the entire, you know, daily vibe, you know, I discuss a lot of good things that can and will help you, because you don't know until you know, right? Isn't that my favorite saying? You don't know till you know. And yes, I'm going to own that. And that's going to be one of my business sayings. You don't know until you know. So starting over, we're going to start with the breath of life. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Say it all the way out. Woo! And I don't know if I had, my nose was tickling during that one from this. It was vibrating my lips. Okay, moving on to the breath of, what the heck did we do? Oh my gosh, we did the breath of joy, the breath of fire. Oh, that's right. No, we did lion's breath. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. I just had like a moment, which is okay. This is exactly why I don't edit my stuff, because you know what? I'm human. This is what happens when you're raw, real, and authentic. And guess what? I am too much of a perfectionist to go back and edit my videos. So that's just it. I'm just going to be honest. And you're going to find that as a theme for me that stops my flow. I genuinely just go on an intuitive, on my daily vibes. Class, I follow a process. But on this, we kind of know what we're doing. So let's go ahead and do our lion's breath. So breathe in through your nose. Breathe out. Empty out your stomach. Breathe in. Out. In. Loud this time. Support your neighbor. Breathe in. Breathe in. All right. Let's do our last breath of joy, with including our additional arm work today. And for those that are doing the additional arm work, thank you. Thank you. You guys are going to enjoy this. So let's go ahead and breathe in and up, out, down, and out, in, up, out, up, down, out, in, up, breathe in, out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, up, breathe in, breathe out, arms out, arms in, arms up, breathe out, up, down, out, in, up, out. One more. Up, down, out, in, up. All right. That is awesome. You know what, guys? We're going to finish our Qi Gong today like this. Yes, we are. So, for those that don't know what Qi Gong is, and yes, I don't know if I should drink the lavender anymore because I'm getting all itchy. I don't know if you guys have been watching me. I just been like slowly like, well, I'm trying to desensitize myself to local pollens and things of that nature. So I do try to consume as much local pollens, honey, things that I can. So anyway, moving forward. Qigong. It is a 2-minute Japanese technique. Qi is energy, Gong is practice. And what that does is it allows us to basically create prana. And prana is basically the earth's energy, or our energy of how we feed our life source. Okay, so when I say Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. That's just that good ass energy. You know, anything is prana, food, community, friends, and, you know, we need to be very aware of that in order to keep alignment. And I need to remind myself of that because since I've moved, I've been really busy and my eating habits have been terrible. I have found myself not eating as holistic as I once was. And it's time to go back to a couple months ago. Even though I still work out and everything, my energy levels on a personal level have changed. I'm more tired. And, you know, let's be honest, I'm a little bit more sensitive. Whereas before, I had a lot more energy and I was a lot more energized. And a lot of that is impacted by what I've been eating. I'm not getting live foods. I'm basically getting, you know, third, fourth, you know, generation away from the sun because they say if you want to live a very healthy life, you want to eat foods that are directly from the sun source. Okay. So, and when you aren't utilizing the fruits and vegetables that are directly from the sun and closest to us, you know, and we're buying all this produce that has, you know, who knows what in, you know, it's just a good idea to know where you're getting your food products from because it does impact our energy levels. Plus, I've also been eating a lot of meat. And I know for me, meat just brings my energy level down. I know that I need some meat, but I don't need a lot of meat. So, Qi Gong, practice prana, life's energy source. Okay. All right, let's get going. So we're going to start with clapping our hands 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to go ahead and move to our underarms. I'm going to do a modification real quick. I'm going to show you 2 pounds and then I'll show you the non-modified on the other side. So 1, 2. If you don't have a modification or lift your arm up, that's 3, 4. Okay. So I'm just going to leave my arm up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll do the modification on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That way you guys have a good demonstration of how you can use this technique moving forward if you don't want to hear all the juicy details that I have to say and the daily health vibe chat that we have daily. So moving on to our elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we're going to stomp our feet 18 times. That's 9 apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I didn't really pound that much because my tripod's on there and I don't want to go on the floor because of the carpet. So repeating underarms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Feet. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, guys, that is a wrap for the Qi Gong for today. And we're going to go ahead and do the healing trick before we wrap up. And we are going to go ahead and, again, look at that beautiful card. Look how gorgeous she is, just vacationing and just like, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. And guys, I could not lift my arms up like this 2 years ago. My heart chakra was completely closed off and real stuff. My thoracic. I had a pulled thoracic, and I'll tell you what, I have come to realize exactly what emotion I was upset about, and I was upset about just being a woman and having to be responsible and being left with the house and the kid, and my lawnmower was broken and I had to pull it backwards, and I was being stubborn as a mule, and my heart space was 100% about to close down. And my body was like, let me send her that signal. Here's that check. You know, you signed up for this, that you wanted to heal this. If it comes up again, let's go ahead and just send you a dis-ease to see if you're going to recognize the sign. Question is did I? At that time, hell to the no. Hell no, I didn't. It took me another 2 years. Because my diet started with my health, or my my spiritual path started with basically correcting my diet, and then incorporating my daily practices with exercise. So it says, imagine you are running naked into a sea, ocean, river, or waterfall. Be cleansed, feel it happening. Be with it and enjoy the sensation of it. Feel freed of any weight that you no longer need. Be physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. Let go on all levels. When you are ready, just open your eyes and rest for a few moments before going back into your day or begin your day. You have completed your healing process. All right, guys. I love you guys. Give yourself a big old hug. All right, guys. So I need to get ready because I have a busy day and I got to get going. Much love and light.